Friedrich Nietzsche stands as an extraordinary example of a thinker who courageously championed his beliefs, never hesitating to speak openly, irrespective of the cost. He defied convention, shattered comfortable illusions, and refused to dilute his voice to appease the masses. Nietzsche embodied the rare type of individual who values inner truth above external validation. His life and work serve as a relentless affirmation of the human spirit's potential when freed from conformity. Above all, he was the master of his own destiny, firmly believing that no price is too great for genuine self-ownership. Nietzsche understood that true freedom does not come from comfort or societal approval. It is born through struggle, self-examination, and unflinching commitment to personal truth. He lived what he preached, enduring illness, exile, and profound solitude, all in service of something greater than acceptance, the sovereignty of the self. His words do not offer easy answers, they challenge, provoke, and awaken. In a world increasingly dominated by distraction, noise, and the fear of standing alone, Nietzsche's philosophy cuts through like a blade. If you seek to take complete control over your life, not partially, not hypothetically, but entirely, here are 5 profound lessons distilled from Nietzsche's powerful and uncompromising vision of human potential. Nietzsche profoundly understood that genuine greatness is inseparable from solitude. To him, true nobility meant embracing the isolation necessary to think independently, courageously stepping away from the herd to pursue one's unique path. In his seminal work, Beyond Good and Evil, Nietzsche elucidates that true personal greatness isn't a gift bestowed by society, but an inwardly cultivated state, achieved by staying authentic to one's deepest convictions. Throughout history, remarkable figures have consistently emerged from solitude rather than from crowds. Innovators, artists, philosophers, all thrived in isolation, unaffected by society's judgment or validation. Nietzsche named this inner drive the will to power, a relentless force urging individuals to surpass their limitations, expand potential, and pursue mastery over themselves. The true value of a person, he believed, is determined by self-evaluation rather than societal acceptance. Yet modern life tends to condition us toward dependence. From childhood, we're shaped by external expectations, first parents, then educators, employers, and even intimate relationships. While society speaks highly of freedom, the underlying structures often foster codependence. Nietzsche recognized this danger, warning us against losing our individuality by conforming. The solution lies in shifting from codependent relationships to interdependent ones, connections that respect and celebrate our unique identities rather than suppress them. Cultivating genuine independence begins with solitude. Today's world, driven by constant connectivity, rarely offers true quiet. Therefore, dedicating deliberate time to solitude daily, whether through meditation, reflective walks, journaling, or engaging passionately with personal interests, is essential. Only in silence can you truly discern your authentic voice, the essence of who you are beneath external influences. Never let external validation overshadow your personal truth. Your greatest strength is in being unapologetically yourself. For Nietzsche, the ultimate purpose of life was never merely safety, comfort, or survival. It was boldly pursuing life's grandest possibilities without fearing failure. He famously asserted, "I know of no better life purpose than to perish in the attempt," capturing his belief in relentlessly chasing dreams beyond practical limitations. Nietzsche's life exemplified this philosophy. He suffered immensely, debilitating migraines, physical illnesses, and ultimately severe mental collapse. Yet instead of succumbing to despair, Nietzsche embraced a radically life-affirming attitude. Rather than fleeing pain, he transformed it into intellectual and philosophical power. Nietzsche recognized that surrendering to pessimism would have accelerated his demise. Instead, he harnessed his struggles as fuel for extraordinary philosophical contributions. In Twilight of the Idols, Nietzsche fiercely criticized society's conventional pursuit of comfort and happiness. He argued passionately that aiming for greatness and failing spectacularly is infinitely superior to safely achieving mediocrity. His own turbulent journey, financial hardship, academic rejection, and declining health, exemplified his commitment to this ideal. Today, his legacy remains influential precisely because he refused to compromise his vision. Nietzsche's lesson is clear: refuse to settle. If your dream feels audacious, pursue it with fearless dedication. Maybe you're trapped in a career that drains you, perhaps a stable profession like accounting, but your soul yearns for artistic expression, such as comedy. Chasing your true calling might involve risks, instability, or significant sacrifice. Yet Nietzsche encourages embracing uncertainty to live authentically. Life is too brief to prioritize safety over passion. Even if your highest ambitions remain unfulfilled, the very pursuit enriches your existence far beyond the ordinary. Most people drift through life, unaware they're following systems and routines they never consciously chose. Nietzsche cautioned against mistaking mere motion for meaningful progress, highlighting the danger of conforming to paths predetermined by society. Nietzsche saw life as perpetual evolution, a continuous becoming rather than static existence. True fulfillment arises from transcending boundaries, not from comfortably remaining within them. Established systems provide order, but rarely foster profound growth, which demands adaptability, challenge, and personal courage. A rigid structure offers safety but rarely evolution. Ambition itself isn't lacking in most individuals. The real tragedy lies in directing ambition toward external validation rather than intrinsic desires. People often become unwitting slaves to societal expectations, diligently chasing goals set by others, career titles, social status, or material gain, rather than their own passions. Breaking free requires defining personal success independently of external pressures. Ask yourself earnestly, what do you truly want? Not what your employer expects, nor what family or peers endorse. Your mission should reflect your deepest aspirations. Nietzsche advocates crafting your own rules, building habits that move you toward authentic ambitions rather than superficial achievements. Practically, this means clearly defining your vision, then strategically planning the steps toward its realization. If your dream is an idyllic mountain cabin retreat, action, not mere daydreaming, is essential. Develop concrete goals, location research, financial strategies, new income streams, or career pivots. The core is creating your own structure rather than passively inhabiting someone else's system. Forge your path passionately, relentlessly committed to your self-defined purpose. Nietzsche famously warned, "Beware that when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster." Yet rather than constantly battling internal demons, what if true strength emerges by embracing them? The shadows we resist might hold our deepest transformative potential. Nietzsche intimately understood suffering, both physically and mentally, yet his struggles catalyzed profound philosophical breakthroughs. He turned personal torment into artistic genius, understanding his demons deeply rather than denying them. Had Nietzsche merely suppressed his suffering, would his intellectual legacy have endured so powerfully? Society frequently encourages repression, urging conformity by suppressing uncomfortable emotions, jealousy, anger, or intense ambition. Yet such repression weakens rather than empowers. Nietzsche recognized life's delicate balance between Apollonian order, logic, discipline, and Dionysian chaos, instinct, creativity. True greatness integrates both aspects harmoniously. Certain impulses undoubtedly require temperance, such as uncontrollable rage, but emotions traditionally considered negative can become powerful assets. Jealousy, for instance, is conventionally shunned, But channeling jealousy constructively, transforming envy into motivation, can dramatically propel personal growth. Instead of resenting another's success, leverage that emotional intensity to refine your skills and vigorously pursue your own ambitions. Real mastery comes not from eliminating internal struggles, but owning them consciously. When you embrace and direct your darker impulses, you reclaim control, transforming raw emotional energy into a purposeful driving force. This ownership of internal dynamics creates genuine empowerment, turning weaknesses into strengths. Nietzsche viewed life itself as the ultimate art form, masterfully shaping character and existence with intention and flair. His philosophy was not merely theoretical, it emphasized living passionately, creatively, and artistically. For Nietzsche, true greatness derived not only from deeds, but from the elegance, power, and grace exhibited in performing them. He admired historical figures like Julius Caesar, Napoleon, and Goethe, not solely for their achievements, but for their distinctive embodiment of ideals through style and presence. Goethe particularly captured human experience profoundly and timelessly, setting an artistic standard Nietzsche aspired to replicate philosophically, as exemplified in Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Each person possesses a unique blend of strengths and flaws, tools with which to craft their character. Mastery involves balancing traits skillfully, amplifying strengths, and refining weaknesses creatively. Like conducting an orchestra, some attributes command attention, while others provide subtle support. Even perceived shortcomings can become powerful assets if properly channeled. For instance, skepticism might initially appear negative. However, harnessed constructively, it promotes critical analysis and informed decisions rather than dismissiveness. Framing skepticism positively, asking insightful questions rather than instantly rejecting ideas, maintains rigor without sacrificing collaboration. Ultimately, mastering character involves becoming the finest version of oneself. Style isn't superficial appearance, it's intentional action, deliberate thinking, and graceful living. Approach life artistically, thoughtfully shaping every interaction, decision, and challenge. Refine your narrative consciously, making your existence a masterpiece of intentional self-expression. Subscribe for more profound insights from philosophy's greatest minds.